So this is our SuperLogic professional commercial reverse osmosis system. Came out with about 2 months ago. Basically, all the knowledge that I've learned about reverse osmosis the last 7 years, I've kind of combined into one machine. It's got all the bells and whistles that I think are essential for a commercial unit, and none of the extra stuff added on that we didn't think was important. The main concept behind this was efficiency and very user-friendly. So in terms of efficiency, it's 1 part waste to 4 parts product, which is relatively unheard of in reverse osmosis. The best you get with commercial units is about 1 to 1. So we've increased that by 75%, the efficiency on it. So very, very little wastewater. And that has to do with the membranes and the plumbing and the pressure that we apply to it. So it's got stainless steel membrane vessels, stainless steel pump. The fittings are actually made from castor seed plant, so there's no petroleum used in the actual plastic itself. Carbon fiber faceplate. All the instruments and monitoring equipment's right in the front here. So you've got the 2 gauges that will show you when to change your pre-filters. These 2 gauges show you when to change your membranes. You've got your flow meters, and we actually take part of the wastewater and recycle it back through the membrane to get the efficiency. And there's very little controls to actually mess with, because a lot of commercial units have tons of knobs and controls and valves, and it's a little confusing for end users. So we want to make it as simple as possible. There's basically 1 dial on here to get your pressure to 120 psi, and that dials in that 1 to 4 ratio. It's all very user-friendly in terms of access. All the sides are open. This is a sediment filter, a carbon filter, and this is an anti-scale filter, so that the membrane doesn't scale up from hardness, calcium, magnesium in the water. It's very mobile. It's about 100 pounds, and they've been doing really well for us. Growers have been extremely happy with the performance. So this is a 5-micron pleated sediment filter, so you can actually pull it out and rinse it with a garden hose. It's a 10-micron carbon block filter, and then this is a special anti-scale media in here. And these filters are good for about 10,000 gallons of RO water. And then we also offer much higher capacity pre-filters, softeners, anti-scale injecting systems, big carbon filters. So with those, there's actually no maintenance whatsoever. You set them up and they're good for about 3 or 4 years before you have to actually change the media. So it just depends on how much water you're using and what kind of maintenance you're interested in doing. Starts at 1,500 gallons a day. We've got a 2,500 gallon a day unit as well. We're going to be coming out with a 4,000 and a 6,000 also. This can be used as a whole house RO system as well, absolutely. Typically the setup is this with like a 200-gallon storage tank and then a repressurizing pump, so you can get RO to your whole house. I would say the ideal customer for this, as far as hydroponics, would be about a 30 to 40 light plus. That will take care of all the water. The whole idea with commercial systems is you can literally run them 24 hours a day, days and days on end. I mean, there's really no limit in terms of how much you can run them, because they're just designed to handle that much use. Yeah, we just sent one to an organic 10,000 square foot greenhouse in Colorado. Don, the owner of the grow store in Lakewood, has a greenhouse that he just set up. It's an amazing project. It's all self-efficient. They use geothermal heat to actually heat the greenhouse. It's like 90 degrees in the wintertime when it's minus 20 outside. They use solar, and they got one of these to run all their water through. So pretty cool setup. So yeah, greenhouses, commercial growers, residents. Pretty soon we're going to make a package for retail stores to do water vending. So the idea is that they could get their own bottles, their own 3-gallon or 5-gallon bottles with their own logos on there. They sell the bottles and they give the water away to introduce people to RO water, the benefits of RO water, and then that would help with filter sales. So typical RO water is pretty flat tasting because you pulled all the minerals out of it. So with our EcoSpring over there, that's a dedicated residential drinking water system. That one has a post re-mineralization filter. So after the water's been purified by the RO stage and it goes into the tank, as it comes out of the tank, it goes through this post re-min filter, which has carbon in it as well. So it polishes the water, gives you a nice crisp spring water flavor. So it adds about 25 parts per million of calcium magnesium back into the water to you know, give it that nice crisp flavor. I don't necessarily recommend a remin for growers because you need quite a bit more of the calcium magnesium. I recommend getting a plant-specific CalMag like from GH or Botanicare. The best formula is start with RO water, add about 150 to 200 parts per million of plant-specific CalMag, then add your nutrients and additives, then adjust your pH. One thing people don't really get with RO is it's been stripped of all the minerals, so there's nothing to buffer the pH, so you can't get an accurate pH reading on RO water. People call us up, we get a couple calls a week, my RO water is 4 or 5 pH. That's not the case. You're not getting an accurate reading. So don't really get hung up on the pH of RO water. Add your nutrients, then check your pH if you need to. So the EcoSpring, really simple, man. This is about the simplest under sink home drinking water filter out there. We've incorporated 5 stages of filtration into this one vessel right here. I'm sorry, 4. You've got an RO stage in here, pre-filter stage, pre-carbon and a post-carbon stage. And I mean, it's very, very simple. You basically snap this little thing off, pull out, put a new one in. It takes about 5 minutes to change it out. It's good for about a year. And it holds a gallon and a half of RO water, and it comes out really fast because this is a pressure tank. So it comes out quite a bit faster than a typical, you know, 100-gallon or 200-gallon a day RO system.
Okay, so it's definitely, it's a good unit to have there on the sink for your drinking water.
Absolutely. It comes with a faucet, comes with a drain saddle, and all the connections you need to hook it up under your sink, and then have the little faucet up above on your counter.